Want to learn how to attract in amazing people and convert them into high ticket clients using the energy in your human design centers? Want to learn how to do that? Well, continue watching, because this is a series of videos that I'm recording that is showing you how to be able to attract in people, have those wonderful sales conversations with them, convert them into amazing paying clients who are a pleasure to work with, using all of the energy within your human design centers so that you are working with your energy and not against it. And today we're going to be talking about the G Center. Hang on, let me do a diamond. There we go. The G Center that sits here-ish on the body graph and just has a beautiful diamond in there, and is the center for self-direction, self-love, self. And it's going to be either defined or undefined or open on your chart, and we're going to be diving into that now. If you haven't watched any of the other videos, then I suggest that you go and watch those first, especially the first one, which was like an introduction to human design centers, which you will find really valuable and useful. And then you can watch it in any order, really. But we're working from the head. We've done the head already. We've done the Ashna. We've done the throat, and now we're in the G Center. I would love, love, love for you to like and subscribe to my channel. It really, really helps to be able to get the message out there about human design and about creating wealth and abundance for us in business, and just creating really abundant, blissful lives, which we are all entitled to have. And I do feel that with human design, it really is a wonderful tool to be able to create incredible success in your life. And it's all very well going out there and being visible, which is a big piece of what I teach, having the confidence to put yourself out there on social media or speak on stages or, go to events and walk into a room confidently. But if you want to use that in order to grow your business, you need to attract in these wonderful clients. And I work with clients in lots of different ways, but I really, really love to work with my private clients, and they're high ticket, and I love to work with them. And I want to show you how to do the same, regardless of where you are in your business, at what level you are in your business. Let's dive into it now. I'm getting distracted by Rudy, my dog, well, I'm not even going to tell you what he's eating. It's pretty disgusting, but it's keeping him happy anyway. So let's dive in to the G Center. This is my chart, so you can see my chart. So the G Center, if this is your first introduction to the world of human design, there are 9 centers within human design. So the G Center is like the diamond in the middle of this chart. On my human design chart, it is undefined, which means that it's not colored in, but on your chart, it might be defined. Your chart, it might be different colors as well. Don't pay any attention to that. I like my charts to be black and white, and I've just downloaded this from my website. So if you want to look at your chart for free, you've never looked up your human design chart before, I'm going to put the link in the comments below, but you can go over to my website abigailrebecca.com and you can look at your chart, and it will bring up something like this. There are different ways that you can use human design, so many different ways, but I like to talk about using human design as a tool to help you to be able to grow your business, to be able to generate wealth and abundance and success within your business, so you can go out there and you can not only create a wonderful life for yourself, but you can also go out there with your purpose, with your big vision and your zone of genius, and to be able to guide people through some kind of journey in which you're going to be able to help them to create a better life. So we're normally talking about, you if you're a coach, if you're a mentor, a course creator, a community builder, or actually, if you also are in the business of going into corporate and being able to act as a consultant, and certainly many of my clients do that, and they do it very, very successfully. And they do it even more successfully when they find out about their human design, because what it does is it helps us to stop trying to be like everyone else, to compare ourselves to others, and actually step into our pure brilliance. Using an example of this, I've just done a human design reading with someone who has got alpha female running through her chart 3 times predominantly, and lots of little times weaving in between, but 3 times predominantly. She's a manifester, so she has that leadership, self-initiating energy. She has got the channel of the alpha within her body graph, and she has also got incarnation cross of the alpha. And what she now knows that she needs to do is overcome her worries about what other people will think about her around her stepping into her alpha energy. Worries that people will think that she's better than them if she presents herself as this wonderful alpha female. But what I've just shared with her is she needs to trust her energy. She needs to trust her energy, because the thing is that people will already see her as the alpha. They'll already see her as the leader, so they'll be expecting her to do it anyway. So this is about really understanding our energy in our centers and being able to demonstrate that when we are in sales conversations with potential clients. So when we're out and about, being visible, being, in our zone of genius naturally, the way that we walk, the way that we hold ourselves, the way that we present ourselves, that is our personal brand. That is all about attracting those people in. And then if we have people within our community that then want to come and work with us, then maybe we are having sales conversations with them, or enrollment conversations, whatever you want to call them. But this is simply a conversation that says, okay, I'm struggling with this, and therefore I would like you to help me with this. And then you, as the coach or the mentor or the guide, is saying, okay, well, this is what I can do for you, and this is how much it costs. I mean, that is basically all that it is. It's just a simple conversation, but of course we put so many connotations on it. We can really feel very stuck and self-conscious, and there might be a bit of shame around it, and worried about stating our price, and we're again worries about what people will think about us, and imposter syndrome, all of those things that can stop us from having these really open and honest conversations with one another around basically what it is at the core is sharing energy. It's like, okay, I'm really good at helping you do this, and you give me some money, and then we'll do it together, right? That's all it is at a basic level. And then, of course, you make it less basic and you turn it into this wonderful relationship. And this is you and your client going on this incredible journey together, and you holding a space for your client as they transform in whatever way it might be. Understanding our energies within our human design will help you to be able to own what you're really good at. So whether that is like your defined centers, where you're really speaking from a very consistent place, like consistently, I'm really good at this. Okay, so I can lead you through this process. It's the leadership. Or whether it's the undefined centers or the completely open centers, where you're going, okay, I'm going to guide you through this. This is my zone of genius, to be able to intuitively help you feel, or I can feel into your centers, I can feel into that energy, and therefore I'm going to guide you. And guess what? Why I'm so good at this is because I've been through the whole process myself. Because our open and undefined centers are our hero's journey. They're what we're here to learn about the most, and that's what makes us incredible guides. So let's talk about the G Center then. So the G Center is the center for self. It is self-direction, self-love, and it is the it's the compass. It's like this is where I'm going, like this is where I'm going. And certainly when you have your G center defined, this is the energy that you get from it. When I'm around someone, my G center is undefined. When I'm around someone with a defined G center, I'm like, I know who I am. I know where I'm going. Like, it's just that complete certainty. When I'm not around them, it's a different matter. But when I am working with someone with a defined G center, in terms of me being guided, they're my mentor. They are my coach. They're my guide. They're my space holder. I definitely feel that from them. So with a defined G center, this is how you are showing up in sales conversations. You're speaking and selling from a really strong sense of identity. This is who I am. And this is what I'm really good at. This is what I can help guide you through. This is how I can help guide you through whatever I'm guiding you through. And this naturally builds trust. People will trust you, that because when you're making statements like that, they'll be like, yeah, I completely get it. Yeah, this is who you are. So the message that you are giving and the message that you're sharing, it really aligned with your deeper purpose. So you know who you are, you know what your purpose is. You definitely know what your broader purpose is, because you know what your incarnation cross is in human design, and then you can speak from that. Okay, so this is you leading someone through. When you work with me, I'm going to lead you through. I'm going to help you with your self-direction. I'm going to help you with your identity. I'm going to lead you in this direction. You come with me, I'm going to lead you. The undefined center, and look, undefined and open is different. Go and look at my other video and I'll show you what the difference is. But just for argument's sake, at the moment, I'm just talking about defined and undefined. So undefined center, this is where you can feel into the other person's direction and their identity. So what you're doing is you're drawing in their energy and you're tasting it. So what you can do is you can start to feel into the direction that that other person needs to step into. So you're guiding them through it. The G center, you're leading it. You're like, you've told me, you shared with me where you're stuck. This is where I think you need to go. This is where I think you need to go. With the undefined center, you're actually feeling into that, and then you're helping them to understand. So you're actually reflecting it back to them, their potential. You can see their potential, you can feel it, and you're reflecting it back to them. You see where the difference is? It's a different type of energy. And, you know, I always talk about, like, the defined is like the mentoring, that this is what you need to do, and the undefined is more of the coaching. It's like, okay, well, let's look at, let's help you understand what you need to do. So this is a different conversation that you are having in a sales conversation, because one you're kind of directing and showing, and the other one you're guiding. Both are as valuable as one another. And of course, regardless of what your G center is, you can do both, but it's where your energy naturally aligns to. So it's where you're going to feel more confident speaking into. And this is what's really important when you're having those sales conversations, because it's important that you feel confident so that other person can have that confidence in you. Because that sales conversation really is, if I get onto a call with someone that I'm going to invest in at a very high level, I already kind of have really I've made up my mind that that's someone that I want to work with. Okay, that call is just like me really being like, is this a person that I can trust to guide me through this process? Is this someone that I really feel aligned to? And that confidence that they have in themselves goes a long way for how I feel about them, because I'm like, okay, this person is confident, I like them, we've got a good rapport, and therefore I'm going to invest in them. Okay, so that confidence and self-assuredness goes such a long way when you're on a sales conversation with someone. So I would say naturally you aligned with whether you're defined or undefined in terms of how you're going to have those conversations with them. If you would like to dive deeper into this, I am going to be hosting a workshop on September 4th. It's a 2-hour workshop. It's live. We have got some amazing women that have joined us already. I can't wait for you to meet one another. I like to do my workshops. I don't like to do them webinar style. I like to do them so that you can all be involved in it and see each other and meet one another. So we're doing that on September 4th. I'll put the link below so that you can come in and join us. And then if you're watching this later than September 4th, 2025, we're at 2025 now, aren't we? 2025, then it would already have happened. So more than likely I'll be putting the link to the replay that you can go and join if you want to. So all the links are going to be below there. And then if you want to do some more work with me, then I recommend that you go over to my website, abigailrebecca.com, and you go and explore different ways to work with me. I hope this has helped. I'd love to know your comments below. How this has landed for you. If you have any questions about your G Center, have an amazing day, whatever you're up to, and I will speak to you soon.